G'day everyone, I'm Warwick Schiller. Today I want to show you how you can use the thought process of making the wrong thing hard and the right thing easy to get over a horse over spooking an object. I am riding a 2-year-old here. He's had about 25 rides. Today is I think it's the 5th ride in the snaffle. So I rode him in a rope halter and a side pull earlier on. And he's been in this covered arena quite a bit and he's been good, but they're building something outside here and they've stacked a pallet of concrete bags or something just outside the gate here. And so when I started riding him today, he wanted to spook at it. So I thought we'll get the camera out and we'll show you how to get over this. So remember, in all good training, you're trying to make the wrong thing hard and the right thing easy. And where most people go wrong with the horses at spooking at something, the horse goes, oh, that scares me, I'd like to go over there. And you don't let him go over there, and then you start kicking on him right here, which makes them think, well, over here is really bad now, so over there's got to be really good. So they don't really ever get over that. All I want to do is prove to them that over there is not as much fun as over here. So I just come riding down here and he had a bit of a look at it. So right now he's pointing this way. I'm just going to ask him to walk. If he was to walk towards it, leave him alone. If he walks away from it, then I'll show you what I'll do about that. So just ask him to walk. And he might not spook it that much, but see, he has a bit of a look at it and whoop, he wants to go off over here. So I'm just going to kick it a little bit. I'm going to, over here, we're going to have some pressure. And as he comes around like that, I'll release that pressure. And right here, oh, he wants to go over here. So I'm going to put a little pressure on him and slowly steer him around like this. And right there, I'll let go. Oh, he stopped. If he had kept going over there, I would have put pressure on him over there and steered him back over here. Now see, he's trying to drift away. So I'm going to ask him to walk. See where he wants to walk? He wants to walk over here. Okay, so if you go over here, I'm going to annoy you with my legs and right there, I'll let go. And see, every time I let go right there, he feels the need to go off away from there. Yep, see, he goes off over here. I'm just going to annoy him a little bit here, make the wrong thing hard, the right thing, I'm going to leave him alone. Oh, he does the wrong thing, I'm going to make it a little bit hard, and the right thing, I'm going to leave him alone. I'm not asking him to stop here, I'm just putting pressure on here. He can keep going around. If he was really worried, he would just peel off and go over there. Now see, he's looking over that way. He's thinking over there, so I'm just going to squeeze up. See, I squeezed with my legs and he went over here. So I just add a little bit of pressure, let go there. He goes over here, I'll add a little bit of pressure. And when you're working on making the wrong thing hard and the right thing easy, try not to think hard is impossible. Like I'm just waving my legs at him basically, but right here, I'm doing nothing. Oh, he goes over there, just wave my legs at him and steer over there and let go. Oh, and he goes over here. So I'm not ever asking him to go towards it, I'm just letting him go right here. So that time, see, he stayed up that way. He's been stopping and looking off over there. Now see, he just stepped backwards. He's uncomfortable here, so I'll see where he wants to go. He wants to go over there. Great. Wave my legs at him a little and let go. Wave my legs at him a little bit and let go. You might notice we're getting closer and closer to that thing, and I haven't actually asked him to go anywhere near it. I've just made over there difficult. So now right now he's kind of putting his head down, snorting a little bit. Usually when horses overcome being worried about stuff, they become curious. So when he gets over being worried about it, I'm sure he's going to walk up and try and stick his nose through the fence and sniff it. But the thing I want you to get out of this is the fact that I haven't asked him to come over here. And I didn't kick the heck out of him over there. I just basically waved my legs and bounced them on his sides like this. I wasn't spurring him or anything. And something else to be aware of is when you steer them, try to put your hand really wide and make a big U-turn. We don't want to pull hard and make them roll back over their hocks because they get further away from it. I want him to make a kind of a U-turn so he gets a bit closer to it and then he feels pressured, he goes away, gets a bit closer, and eventually they will just wind backwards and forwards and get quite close to it. So right now he's standing here and he's totally relaxed and he's pointing that way. So I'm going to ask him to walk. If he walks and walks towards it, I'll let him take one step and leave him alone. If he starts taking a step that way, okay, I'll ride him off over there and we'll do the same thing again. So I'll just ask him to walk. And he heads off over here, so we'll go back to work. Bounce my legs on him, let go. He comes off over here, swing my legs on him and let go. Ah, there we go. You see he came around that corner and that time he took a few steps towards it. He's like, hang on. Because usually what happens when horses get worried about something, they don't go, oh, let me think, is it going to eat me or not? They just panic and go, okay? what this exercise does, it gets them to at least stop and think about it. And once they think about it for a while, they're like, well, it hasn't attacked me yet. Maybe it's not that bad. So he's standing here, he's not terribly worried, so I'm just going to ask him to take a step. And that time he took a step towards it. Now he starts to drift off. See, he drifts off right there. He's a little worried. I'll put a little bit of pressure on him, turn him back there. You see, that time when I let go there, he started heading towards it just a little bit. There you go. He's walking there on his own. I didn't ask him for any of that. I let go back there, back here, and every other time I've let go back there, what did he do? He's peeled off over there. That time he said, I don't really want to go over there because that's kind of hard work and I'm kind of lazy. I might just go over here and see what happens. So now he's standing there a minute. If he was still looking at it and kind of snorting and worried about it, I would wait here until he was like he is right now. But see, right now his ears are flicked back towards me. He's not even acting like it's there. So I'm going to ask him to take a step. Right, here he starts going away from it. So right then he kind of walked parallel to it, which I wasn't terribly worried about. There we go. So we're all the way up here at the fence. I wish that thing was closer so he could actually go and sniff it, but we're all the way up here at the fence, and I have not asked him to walk this direction at all. I've asked him to walk when he was pointing in this direction, but I didn't tell him to come over here. He could turn and go off over there if he wants to. So I'm going to let him relax here for a minute. My goal would be to be able to walk around here, walk, along there or wherever, and not feel him shift his weight like he's going around it. I'd like him to walk around there like he would walk down the middle of the arena. That's my goal here for today. It shouldn't take very long, but this sort of thing, if your horse is terribly, terribly worried about something or other, don't think this is going to happen all quickly. Take your time with it. But usually if you've done all the desensitizing on the ground, all that sort of stuff, these horses have a thought process and can get over that. Now, if you've got a reactive sort of horse, say you've got a warm blood, she's 10 years old and you've never done any desensitizing with her at all and she spooks at a lot of stuff, don't think this is the miracle cure and it's going to fix everything. This is in addition to every other good thing we do with these horses. So now I'll just ask him to take a step. Yeah, and see, he drifts, see, he's heading away from that right there, so I'm just going to steer him around and let go. Oh, he's walking away from it. I'm just going to bounce my legs slightly, steer him around here and let go. Now all I'm going to do is ask him to walk, and if that object was in here, I would like him to walk up and sniff it without me even asking him to. Right here I can't do that, so what I'd like him to be able to do is walk down this fence line without curving in like that, without acknowledging the presence of that thing. I'm going to ask him to walk. See, his ears were up right then and he would just walk straight. So all I'm going to do is walk back around, wander back over here and see if I can walk down past that and have him basically ignore it. Like, okay, it's not going to eat me, it's not going to bother me. So I'm going to head over here by this fence here, just turn loose and see if he'll just walk down here like that. I think he's kind of heading back around this way. If you look, he's not going away from that thing. I think he's going to wander back around here, but basically he's not making that jig around it like he was before. So I'll just wander back down here again. And right now I'm not steering. He can do what he wants. No, he actually stopped there. There you go. See, his footsteps walk perfectly well down that wall. So then all I do is just continue on with my training session like I was. Another thing I like to do, if I go for a trail ride on a horse, and my horse comes along and there's something there little like that, and my horse kind of goes around it slightly, I don't just keep going, because if your horse spooks at something little, they have a little spook at something little, that means they have the capacity of having a big spook at something big. I fix that little thing. A lot of times I'll go for a 500-foot trail ride. I'll just start wandering, and if they come across something that bothers them, I'll just work on it like that till they get over it. Then I go on a little further. And everything I come to, I work on till I get over it. Now let's say I was going to go for a trail ride every day. And the first day I got 50 feet and there was something that bothered them, and I spent half an hour there just like that, getting them over it. I'm done for the day. The next day I come out, I walk down there, that same thing bothers them. I spend 3 minutes getting over it and I go on a bit further. And then there's something else bothers them. I get them over that and done for the day. And you know, in about a week you can get to where you can go and it doesn't matter where you go, nothing they encounter will bother them because you've basically got them over all those little things. But if your horse is a little bit concerned about some things, they're going to be concerned about other things. They don't kind of go, oh well, some things concern me, some things don't. Usually everything will bother them. So anyway, that's another tip you can do if you're going for a trail ride. But anyway, that's one way you can make the wrong thing hard and the right thing easy and help your horse get over spooky objects. See you guys next time.